everybody, and welcome to another class with me, Ava Monroe. And today we're going to be doing some back bends. Okay, but first of all, let's start off with a little bit of breath work just to get us in the mood. I'd like you to close your eyes and let your arms hang by the side of the body. When you next inhale, imagine that breath can fill up the whole of the body, from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head. When you exhale, exhale slowly and just be aware of the breath draining away. And as it does, allow your body to soften and relax. Then begin to breathe in and out through the nose, unless it is uncomfortable for you. And as you are breathing, place the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, slightly back from your front teeth. You'll hear a rasping noise as the breath passes over the tongue, and I'd like you to listen to that noise, as it will help to still your mind and your body. When you next inhale, inhale slowly and send the breath into the tummy as well as the lungs, allowing the torso to expand in all directions. And as you exhale, allow your torso to soften. And if at any time your mind does just wander off, please let the thoughts go and always come back to the sound and the feeling of your breath. Then when you are ready, please open your eyes, come back to the room, and we'll begin. We are going to start with an easy back bend, what people are now calling a reverse plank, and then we shall go from there. So, I'm going down to my mat, and my legs are out long in front of me. My feet are roughly hip distance apart. I'm going to take the hands behind me. I like the fingers pointing back, but you could take the fingers out to the side if that's easier on the wrists for you. We'll start off with the arm movement and then we'll come up into that reverse plank. When I'm ready, I'm going to slowly breathe in. As I breathe in, I roll the shoulders back, which opens up the chest, and the shoulder blades nipping towards each other. So you're working the whole of the shoulder girdle mechanism and freeing up the rib cage on the breastbone, which will make breathing easier eventually. It'll deepen the breath, and exhale, everything softening. Breathing in, rolling the shoulders back, exhaling, everything softening. So now I'm going to come up into the reverse plank. So I'm breathing in, rolling the shoulders back, keeping the arms in that position as I push down and the toes. And actually what's happening is I'm rolling over the front of the heels, and there is your reverse plank. Up to you if you keep looking forwards, or you do look to the ceiling. Don't cause any tension in the head, neck or shoulders. Either hold that for 5 or 10 seconds, but you could work up to holding it for 10 deep breaths. And then when you're ready, release the bottom back to the floor and relax the arms. You can always give the arms a shake if you felt that that was really strong. So, when I'm ready, breathe in, rolling the shoulders back. If you don't like coming up into that reverse plank position, just keep doing the arm movement. It's really, really good for correcting rounded shoulders. When you're ready, down with the toes. Release the bottom, back to the mat. Lovely. Okay. Give the legs a bit of a shake and do roll the shoulders after doing that one. You might feel that it's stretching right on the inner seam of the elbow. That's all perfectly normal. Okay. So the next one we're doing is hero. And you can use a cushion for this. So I'll show you with a cushion, I'll show you without, and go from there. I have my little cushion here, and very simple form of hero. Knees and feet at hip distance apart. Place the cushion on the calves and sit down. Okay. Now at first there'll be a lot of pressure going onto the top of the foot, so you can put a blanket or a towel on that area. But eventually you don't tend to feel it. Okay. So that's the simplest version. It should feel quite a strong stretch through the thighs. If it doesn't, we'll make this deeper. And if it's too strong, use more cushions. Okay. So, slightly harder version. Same position, knees and feet roughly hip distance apart. I'm sitting back, but I'm going to take the calf muscles out of the way. So I'm sitting down between the feet, so much, much stronger. Okay. At first you may really feel this in the knees, and maybe hold it 3 or 4 breaths. Come out of it, and then you can always go back into it if you want to. Okay. So labour of love really, I think, here. Okay. Now eventually, when you don't need a cushion anymore, and you can sit very comfortably between your feet and the bottom is on the floor, you can take this pose a little bit deeper, and I take hold of the soles of my feet, right where the arch is, and I bend the elbows at the same time, coming to the floor at the same time. You can keep looking forwards, or you can look to the ceiling. Jaw relaxed and slow deep breaths. But eventually you might want to take this deeper, and you can. If you're just thinking this is enough, stay here. It's not about forcing your body into poses it's unable to do at the moment. So I gently take my elbows out to the sides, and I'm fold. Okay. You will often see people do this and they've got perfectly straight back. The spine is meant to have natural curves in it, so please don't think the spine has to be absolutely flat to do this, okay? I wouldn't encourage anybody to get a flat back whatsoever. It's more important that the curves are kept, okay? So, I've taken my feet out in front of me. My feet are roughly hip distance to shoulder distance apart. I'm sat on my sit bones, and you can sit on yoga blocks or a cushion if you prefer. Lots and lots of core control and pelvic floor. And a deep breath in. As you exhale, exhale slowly, draping forwards, arms relaxed. Don't use the arms as levers. Breathe, stretch. Don't strain into the pose. The breath should always feel full and fluid and not shallow. If it's shallow, that's an indicator to ease off the pose. And then when you're ready, go back into it. With time, your head will come down to somewhere near the knees, but it takes time and the release of a lot of muscles in the back for that to happen. You can ease off the pose. Whenever you need to, you can go back into it. When you're ready to release the pose, inhale, slide the hands back up the legs. Let the spine stack and the head come up last. Well done. And persevere with intense resting forward fold. It does take time for the muscles to release and patience with the self. Well done. Okay, so we're going to finish with side to side, which is a nice, easy spinal twist. And then we'll go into Shavasana. I'm laid on my back, knees are bent, knees and feet together, arms out like aeroplane wings. Exhale as you will let the knees fall to one side. Don't worry if the knees are nowhere near the floor. And I like to turn the head in the opposite direction to the knees, but you can remain looking to the ceiling. Breathe in, back to centre, and exhale the other way. You can take your feet off the floor, shins like a tabletop, but keep the knees and feet together throughout the movement. And you can add a leg kick, so I go 2/3 of the way over to the side. Kick one or both legs, bend the knees, back to centre, exhale the other way. this one, your last one. Bring the knees back to centre, arms by the sides of the body with the palm up. You can keep the knees bent or take the legs out long. As you are breathing, make sure that the tongue is relaxed in the mouth and you are not gritting your teeth. Be aware of the rise and the fall of your chest and the sound of your breath. When you next exhale, I'd like you to imagine that you can send every thought and care away on the exhale of breath. Every time a thought pops into your mind, imagine you can bundle the thought up and send it away on the breath. It doesn't matter how many times you have to keep sending the thoughts away. Just send them away on the exhale. Eventually, your mind will become clearer and calmer, and all you'll be left with is the sound and the feeling of your breath. Very slowly open your eyes and wiggle your fingers and toes. This is the end of your Shavasana. So when you are ready, bend the knees. Roll over to the side and come to sitting. When you are ready, take your time with the back bends. It's patience, and one day will always be different from the other. I hope you've really enjoyed that class, and if you have, please remember to like, and if you want to see more videos from me,